Welcome to Wrestle Vanguard. In today's video, we're diving into 20 WWE matches that shocked fans for all the wrong reasons. The 2022 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match was disappointing due to a last-minute change that added Austin Theory to the match without storyline build-up. Fans expected an underdog or rising star to win, but Theory's victory felt forced and unearned. The match itself was overbooked with little suspense or standout moments. The crowd reaction was flat, reflecting how disconnected the audience felt from the outcome. The 2011 Royal Rumble match was hyped as the first ever 40-man Rumble, but the execution fell flat. The pacing felt uneven, with too many filler entrants and little long-term storytelling. The surprise return of Booker T and Diesel got pops, but they were quickly eliminated. Alberto Del Rio's win failed to excite fans, as he lacked the momentum or fan support to justify the push. Charlotte Flair vs. Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 36 was expected to elevate Ripley as a new star, but the outcome did the opposite. Despite a solid in-ring performance, the decision to have Charlotte win felt like a step backward for NXT's momentum. The lack of a live crowd also hurt the match's emotional impact. Fans were frustrated that WWE missed an opportunity to solidify Ripley as a top-tier talent. The 2015 Royal Rumble match was heavily criticized due to poor booking and crowd reactions. Fans were eager to see Daniel Bryan win, but he was eliminated early with no payoff. Roman Reigns' victory felt manufactured, especially with The Rock's awkward attempt to endorse him. The live audience booed relentlessly, turning the event into a PR disaster for WWE. Roman Reigns vs. Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 34 was built up as a brutal, emotional clash, but it delivered none of the drama fans expected. The match was filled with repetitive finishers and lacked any real storytelling or crowd connection. Fans in the arena completely turned on it, chanting and walking out during the main event. Reigns losing cleanly after such build-up left the audience confused and disappointed. The Rock vs. Mankind at Royal Rumble 1999 was disturbing rather than thrilling. The match featured an excessive number of unprotected chair shots to Mankind's head, which shocked and unsettled viewers. While it was meant to be dramatic, it crossed a line into uncomfortable territory. The controversial pre-recorded I Quit audio finish also felt cheap and unsatisfying to many fans. Ronda Rousey vs. Shotzi at Survivor Series 2022 was a major letdown due to poor in-ring chemistry and sloppy execution. The match featured several awkward spots and lacked the intensity expected from a championship bout. Rousey appeared disinterested, and Shotzi's offense didn't look convincing. The crowd was quiet throughout, reflecting their lack of investment in the match. Sheamus vs. Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 28 was incredibly disappointing because it ended in just 18 seconds. Fans were expecting a technical showcase, especially from Bryan, but instead got a quick brogue kick after a kiss. The abrupt squash angered the live crowd and viewers at home. It felt like a waste of talent and a missed opportunity for a classic WrestleMania moment. Bret Hart vs. Vince McMahon at WrestleMania 26 was disappointing due to its slow, overly long, and one-sided nature. Fans hoped for a dramatic payoff to their legendary feud, but instead got a drawn-out beatdown with no real suspense. Bret, limited by health issues, couldn't physically compete in a traditional match. The result felt more like a personal venting session than an entertaining WrestleMania showdown. Randy Orton vs. Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 33 was disappointing due to its bizarre and confusing finish. The match featured unsettling visuals like maggots and worms projected on the ring mat, which distracted from the action. The crowd was largely uninterested, and the story of Wyatt's mysterious character fell flat. Orton's victory made little sense, as it didn't further either wrestler's momentum or storyline. The Demon Finn Balor vs. Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules 2021 was disappointing due to its awkward and confusing finish. The match had great potential, but the bizarre rope break spot, where the top rope snapped, took fans out of the moment. The supernatural element with Baylor's demonic side wasn't used effectively, and the ending felt rushed. Fans were frustrated that the match didn't live up to the hype, and Reigns' win felt anticlimactic. Goldberg vs. Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 20 was a major disappointment because both stars were leaving WWE, and the crowd knew it. The match was poorly paced and lacked intensity, making it feel like a half-hearted affair. The fans booed throughout, adding to the awkward atmosphere. The post-match interference by Stone Cold Steve Austin couldn't save what felt like a lost opportunity to create a truly epic showdown. John Cena vs. The Miz at WrestleMania 27 was disappointing due to a lackluster build and poor execution. The match felt more like a placeholder rather than a true main event, with little drama or excitement. The involvement of The Rock, though hyped, overshadowed the match itself, leaving fans distracted. The awkward finish with The Miz retaining the title didn't feel earned and left the audience underwhelmed. Roman Reigns vs. The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33 was disappointing because the match lacked the emotional intensity fans had hoped for. The Undertaker, showing signs of his age and injuries, wasn't in his prime, which affected the pacing and quality of the match. Reigns, who was still polarizing at the time, didn't fully connect with the crowd, leading to a subdued atmosphere. The match's finish, with Taker seemingly retiring, felt forced and left many fans unsatisfied with the result. Brock Lesnar vs. Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania 32 was disappointing because fans expected a chaotic, hardcore brawl, but it fell short. Despite the build-up of Ambrose wanting to take on Lesnar with weapons, the match lacked the brutality that was promised. Lesnar dominated most of the match, making Ambrose look weak and underprepared. The lack of innovation and missed opportunity for a memorable brawl left fans feeling unsatisfied. The Undertaker vs. Giant Gonzalez at WrestleMania 9 was disappointing due to its slow pace and awkward execution. The match felt clunky, with Gonzalez being too limited in the ring to keep up with Undertaker's style. The bizarre finish, where Gonzalez used a cloth to choke Taker, made the match feel cheap and unsatisfying. It was a far cry from the epic performances fans expected from The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Triple H vs. Scott Steiner at Royal Rumble 2003 was disappointing due to poor chemistry between the two wrestlers. The match felt slow and lacked the intensity that was expected for a high-profile championship bout. Steiner, who was brought in as a powerhouse, didn't deliver in the ring, and Triple H's overbooking of the match made it feel one-sided. The crowd's lack of enthusiasm for the match highlighted how underwhelming the entire encounter was. Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, vs. Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell 2019 was disappointing due to its controversial finish. The match had high expectations, but it ended with a referee stoppage, which was illogical for a Hell in a Cell match. The red lighting throughout the match also distracted from the action, making it hard to follow. Fans were furious, as it killed the momentum of both superstars and led to widespread backlash. Sting vs. Triple H at WrestleMania 31 was disappointing because the match didn't deliver the dream encounter fans had hoped for. The match was overshadowed by unnecessary interference from DX and NWO, turning it into a chaotic, non-story-driven spectacle. Despite Sting's legendary status, the match lacked the intensity and drama fans expected. The decision for Triple H to win, rather than putting over Sting, left many feeling frustrated and unsatisfied. Goldberg vs. The Undertaker at Super Showdown 2019 was disappointing due to the poor in-ring performance of both legends. Both men appeared past their primes, with multiple botches and near injuries throughout the match. The match's pacing felt slow, and the crowd became disengaged, which further hurt its impact. The finish was underwhelming, with the result feeling more like a sad reminder of their glory days rather than an epic clash. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed revisiting these disappointing WWE moments, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Which match left you the most frustrated? Let us know below.